Hello and welcome to ZST Daily Life, and it's me, Zanab Saitoli. Yeah guys, in today's show we are going to have a wonderful and educative session. Guys, I have here a wonderful guest with me in today's session, and he's an lecturer at the Institute of Public Administration and Management. He's also a CEO of Meet Professionals with IBKB. So, good morning.
Thanks so much for having me, Ms. Tholi. It's an honor to be here.
Thank you. So, good morning.
Good morning to you too.
So, what's your name and what you doing?
My name is Ibrahim Alusain Kebe. I lecture at the University of Sierra Leone, IPAM. I also run a very small company called Meet Professionals, and besides that, I'm into youth advocacy, I'm into mentorship and some basic sporting activities like playing soccer on weekends.
Okay, so take us through the journey of from where you started. First a pupil, student, a lecturer, and now you're a CEO.
Well, it's a long journey. I started schooling late 90s. I have a twin brother, so we started schooling together, and we sat the NPSC and went to the government municipal secondary school, and we also got the identical grades right from NPSC. We also got the same grades when we sat at Beke. I scored 14, he also scored 14. So we went to the Albert Academy, and we went to the commercial science, commercial stream. He wanted to go to the sciences, and I wanted to go to the commercial, but we decided that let's just go there. So we sat our WAS. The very first time I sat my WAS, he got his full requirements. My result was withheld. So he had to wait for me, and I took the exam again, and I passed my exam finally. So he went to Frabe College and studied economics, and I came to IPAM and I studied business administration. So studying business administration wasn't easy because I started schooling not alone. I've been with my brother all along for over 10, 15, 16 years in primary, junior school and senior school. So when I was there at IPAM, I was a bit lonely, so I had to mingle now, have new friends. And when I graduated as a first-class student. So the institution had to recruit me as a research and teaching assistant, and I was recruited very young, and I had to pursue my MBA, and I became a lecturer, and published a few articles, and did a few research publications. And in about a year ago, we started Meet Professionals, a group of young minds, young students, because the passion I have to develop my space. I'm a very young man, so I like working with young people, so that gave me the courage to start Meet Professionals. So it's not been easy. God has been the center of it all, and hard work and dedication.
Okay, so during your process of studies, like you said, you went to IPAM alone after being with your brother for like years. So what are the things that you went to? Is that a time that you feel like giving up, like changing IPAM for FBC because your twin brother was studying there?
No, well, I didn't think of changing to go to Frabe College because growing up, I didn't quite like math. Okay. So he likes math so much, and I liked English language, literature, and the like. So he said, let us go and study economics. I said, no. He said, let us go and study accounting. I said, no, I'm going to study something that is not math related. So I wasn't aiming at going to Frabe College. It's just that I missed the company because we've been going together. So I had to find someone that we can be moving up and down. So it was a bit tough there because I thought I wouldn't see any math at IPAM. But when I went there, I saw math, and I saw accounting, and I saw a bit of finance and the likes. Yeah. So that was a bit tough for me.
Okay, so you have a lot of priority, you have a lot on your table. You are a CEO and a lecturer, and you are trying to cajole young people, forming mentorship. So how do you go about it? Like, how do you schedule? How do you balance your priorities?
Well, I have a very flexible job. I do not lecture 24/7, you know, so that's one good thing for me. And again, I spend time to assess the things that adds up to value. So in other words, I create time for my official work, to creating time for youth mentorship sessions, and my meet professionals. Normally we do things on a weekend basis, so at least I spend time on weekends doing that. But my job is flexible, you know, because if I am not lecturing, I'll have a few time to do other things. Yeah.
So as you know, this show is telling people it's daily life, ZST daily life, telling people about their daily activities. So you are within young people. So how can you rate them? What are you seeing in the young people that are coming up, in the youth for today's youth? How are you seeing them? Are they doing the things that a good leader should do? Are they doing the things that will be inspired by the younger ones behind them?
Well, young people are distracted. And I work a lot around the youthful space, and a lot of us are distracted. I do not know where we're getting it from. With the advent of the social media, it makes us even more distracted, because the Facebook, the Instagram, the TikTok, a large chunk of the young people are distracted, and they're doing things they're not supposed to be doing, or they're wasting their time in things that doesn't need their time. Okay, and we have, I'm not saying 100%, but a large chunk of the young people in our country are distracted. They lack focus, and that has been a generational problem. It starts with our homes, to our secondaries, our primary schools, our secondary schools, our universities. So people do not know what they want, and when you do not know what you want, you cling on anything. So it starts with the young people knowing what they want, and a large chunk of our population, of the young people, do not know what they want. They want to be popular without substance. They want to be seen as being rich when they're poor. So those little things cause a lot of problem around the youthful space, and most importantly, the aspect of distraction is a bigger one. Because even at the university, you and I know, a student will tell you that I'm not going to class today because I do not have new clothes to put on. Yeah. So I see that a lot every day.
Yeah. So is there ever a time in your life that you feel like giving up, and something just like come into your mind and make you push?
Yes. Not once. I think 2 or 3 times. Yeah. I was born in a family, a very extended one. My dad had 7 wives and 32 kids. And I'm the 30th. My twin brother is the 31st, and we have our late brother who was the 32nd. So our dad died when we were 5, so we didn't get time to know him more. And we were raised by our 2 mothers predominantly, even though other siblings and relatives helped, but we were raised by our 2 mothers, our stepmom and our biological mom. You know, and our biological mom, of course, she's not educated, so she doesn't understand fully the importance of education. So that was very much tough, more especially when you grow up in a family very extended, and you know, the rivalry, you know, the competition, you know, those pulling down syndrome thing. So all those were a bit challenging for us at a very young age. You know, I remember when we were in GSS 3, we got good aggregate. We wanted to go to the Albert Academy, and you have some of our relatives say, no, you have to continue where you are. We said, no, we've scored good grades. We want to go to the Albert Academy. We want exposure. You know, that was one of the times we said, if we were not going to the Albert Academy, we were not going to school again. That was the first time. My twin brother was very much stubborn with that. And when I sat my WAS, my results was withheld. And WAEC didn't give me any excuse with regards why my result was withheld. We went there times without number. We went to the Albert Academy. In fact, they said, Kibe, you are not the only good students whose result has been withheld. We have other past students who have got the same. So you have to rewrite the exam. That was one of the hardest times in my life, because my twin brother has got all his requirements and I didn't get anything. So I said I'm not going to continue again. But I think that was the only way to go, because I wanted to be educated. So I took the exam again. So it tells you that life brings forth challenges. But as a young person, you have to look at the bigger picture. You have to envision where you want to be in the future. You know, I know where I wanted to be. So that was a distraction, but I didn't allow it to take me off track. So those were some of the challenges, and of course an extended family of that type, you know, a lot of things would distract you.
Exactly. So,
yeah.
So we are almost coming to the end of this session. So we just want to have a, let's say, a wise word for youth and for me.
Thank you so much for having me here, and for the whole team. It's a good program, and I'm very much honored to be here. My word of advice or wisdom or knowledge to our fellow young people, it starts with knowing yourself. As a young person, you have to know yourself. Knowing yourself means you have to know what God has given you that is so powerful. I remember when I was young, my twin brother can fix anything. He was very gifted. He can fix laptops, mobile phones, electricity, everything. And I cannot even relate with that. I thought I was very stupid. But I knew that I am made for something that is different from my twin brother. So the point I wanted to make here is that you have to know yourself as a young person, and secondly, you have to meet yourself. Meeting yourself means accepting what God has given you and try to develop that skill or that talent or that good thing that God has given you, and try to develop that. Meet young people, meet whatever. Try to go closer to people who have been on the road before you that you can learn from. Don't fall for cheap popularity, as I would say. Don't fall for people are popular. People are popular without substance in sales. So try to be someone with substance. And when you are someone with substance, you will be popular. So I think that will be for that. Yeah.
Exactly. So thank you very much. I think I've learned from that. And also, even though I don't have a lot of subscribers in my YouTube channel, but I just think it through that all my subscribers are people that are unique, that are educated, are people that have given a lot of example, people that have changed a lot of people's lives. So I'm satisfied with that. It doesn't mean that because I don't have a lot of subscribers, so I have to go out there and have a lot of subscribers, even though there are people that are not even understanding the show, what the show is about.
No, you will eventually, because the law of process says you have to start and go one at a time. So I'm sure in the next 5 years we'll be thinking of thousands, because this is a very good show. Yeah.
Okay, so lastly, how can you rate this show from 1 to 10?
Trust me, I'll give you 10 over 10.
Wow!
The reason why, we do not have enough platforms for young people to dialogue and share authentic ideas. Your show isn't about the clothes I put on. It's not about the degrees I've acquired. It's not about the car I drive. It's not about what my bank balance is. It's about what lessons, what challenges I've been through, and what has led me to where I am now. And that's what's important, because we can transform lives with this program.
Yeah. So thank you so much for watching this video to this end. I hope you enjoy and learn from this video. And thanks to our sponsors, Radisson Blue Hotel, who hosted us for today's session. And once more, I'm Zainab Saitholi. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.